Let's just listen for a moment because Richard Price, the uncle of one of the students, is speaking at that news conference. The kids were staying with him.
I've been with them almost constantly since Saturday evening. I've been listening to them talk to one another and try to process the events. And I'm blown away by their resilience, by their good humor in the face of these difficult times. And I want to extend gratitude on behalf of the families to the leadership of Chief Murad and the work of the Burlington Police Department, the work of the federal agencies that are on the ground, to Mayor Moreau and his team. I moved here 15 years ago, and I never imagined that this sort of thing could happen. And my sister lives in the occupied West Bank, and people often ask me, aren't you worried about your sister? Aren't you worried about your nephews and your niece? And the reality is, as difficult as their life is, they are surrounded by an incredible sense of community. And tragic irony is not even the right phrase, but to have them come stay with me for Thanksgiving and have something like this happen speaks to the level of civic vitriol, speaks to the level of hatred that exists in some corners of this country. It speaks to a sickness of gun violence that exists in this country. And I'm proud of, even though this is devastating that this happened in this community, I am really proud and grateful to the community that is here and has rallied around our family and these boys. And I want to finally say, I'll ask Roddy to say some words, but I want to finally say thank you to the staff at UVM Medical Center. The doctors and nurses and staff have been so kind and committed to the well-being of these young men. I'm grateful to them, as is the families. And Roddy here, uncle of Kanan, just flew in from California, and I haven't had a chance to say hello, Roddy.
Hello. I don't know that I have the same words that you have prepared, but thank you for that. He speaks for myself and the whole family, for all three of the families involved. I'm still processing everything. I just got here from California and walked right in, as you saw. We consider ourselves very lucky at this point as far as Kinan's family is concerned. Not so with Hisham and Tahseen. We're really praying for them, and we're still in shock over this. And as he stated, Kinan grew up in the West Bank, and we always thought that that could be more of a risk in terms of his safety, and sending him here would be the right decision. And we feel somehow betrayed in that decision here, and we're just trying to come to terms with everything. At this point, I don't have much else to add. I think Rich did a great job. Thank you.
Well, that's just, heartbreaking on so many different levels, Stephanie. I wanted to play an interview with Elizabeth Price, who is Hisham's mother. Hisham goes to Brown University. The other boys went to Haverford and Trinity. Haverford in the Philadelphia Main Line, Trinity in Connecticut. Let's listen to what Elizabeth Price, the mom, said to, I believe, Erin McLaughlin earlier today in the West Bank.
I feel empty inside, just this knowledge that there was something that happened to my son that I can't. I mean, he's my baby. He's tall. He's taller than I am, and he's got this long hair, and he's just rarely talks to me because he's always busy with his work or with his studies. But to me, he's always this golden-haired baby, and the fact that this is where he's ended up, his lanky body is somehow broken. I'm in agony. There's no reason that he should have been targeted in this way, because it was a targeted crime, without a doubt. This man chose to come up to them and shoot them.
Stephanie Gosk. you know, these three boys knew each other from high school, from a Quaker school, a Friends school in Ramallah. I've spent a lot of time in Ramallah over the years, and it's a wonderful community, interrupted by Intifada and all kinds of other, you know, fights and walls and interruptions. But there is a sense of community there. And look at what happened to them in one of the safest cities in the U.S.
You know, you heard in that press conference from the mayor and also the police chief that law enforcement in the city rallied to find this suspect and arrest him, and that the community is coming together around them. But, you know, since the war broke out between Israel and Hamas, Andrew, we have been covering the various protests that have broken out, flashpoints at college campuses, hatred back and forth between targeting Muslims, targeting Jewish people. And the fear all along is that that hatred would become violence. And we have seen that happen in various circumstances. You'll remember the case of the 6-year-old Muslim boy who was stabbed to death, allegedly by the landlord of his apartment building. And now you have these three young men, as you say, who grew up together, who were attending some of the best schools that this country has to offer, and then caught up in this violence that, again, there have not been hate charges in this case, but that is certainly what they are looking into and what a lot of people are feeling is the case at this point, Andrea.